Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Infinite Fusion Randomized Nuzlocke. We are here on part 11. This episode we're here in SS Anne once again. We did make our way through a good bit of the SS Anne last time. We did all the stuff in the kitchen, the main room. We went down to the bottom right as well. We peeked into this room, although I didn't really do too much in here. There was a person that told us we could learn Hyper Voice. We don't have any Pokemon that really utilize Hyper Voice super well, but we do have a scientist that someone did remind me of, and now that I see him, I do remember that he is in fact the fossil guy, so we will be getting ourselves a fossil for sure, because that should be obviously randomized into an encounter for us. We met back in Mount Moon some time ago. You're the kid I shared my fossils with. I never forgot the way you defeated me so easily. It was humiliating. Good. Such a mean thing to say. I needed my revenge, so I trained extra hard in case I ever ran into you again. And here you finally are, so I challenge you to a Pokemon battle. And to make things interesting, I'll let you have one of these other fossils I found if you can beat me. What do you think? Absolutely. Alright, here I come. Well, let's see if he can walk the walk like he talked the talk, shall we? Gross! Ew! What did you do to this poor Slowpoke? Disgusting. Well, first of all, we use Fake Out. Effect Spore could activate, but that's fine. Honestly, do we just destroy him with a headbutt? Probably not. Probably not. And we are weak to water and grass. We're weak to both of those. So we'll just play it a little bit safe. Nah, we're just gonna headbutt him. I really thought Headbutt was going to KO. That was risky for no reason. I don't think a Water type move would have KO'd us, but Water Pulse might have been slightly worrying. That's a bad indicator for this episode, by the way. If I'm feeling risky on the very first Pokemon, that's a really bad indicator. The other Pokemon is Kerbuffet, which is Curlier Wobbuffet? Good old Wobbuffet. How do we want to deal with that? Dark type moves, probably. Eugene should be fine between Fake Out and Bite. We should be a-okay. I'm a little bit worried about Wobbuffet. Menacing. Absolutely menacing. I'm a little bit worried because Counter is a scary move. That does look like it is safely within Bite range, so there should be no Counter and there should be no Destiny Bond. Good. Good. We are not running Wobbuffet Claws, which is a clause that I have run in the past, as Wobbuffet is usually a Pokemon in Nuzlocke that is designed pretty much... I mean, this fossil doesn't actually matter. We'll take the Claw fossil because Anorith. I got baited again. I got baited again. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, okay? You know what? Enough. No more words need to be said. Back to the Wobbuffet clause. Normally, I run that clause because it's a very good Pokemon in 1v1s, and trying to work around Counter isn't always an option, and they always have Shadow Tag. In the Fusions, though, there's a chance it doesn't have Fusion Tag, and we could switch out. There's a chance that it doesn't have Counter if it's leveled up high enough. There's a chance it doesn't have Destiny Bond if it's leveled up high enough. It has different typings, which could come into effect. So I feel like it's a completely fine variable to have. So we're not running Wobbuffet clause. If we lose a Pokemon to a Wobbuffet using Counter, it's because we're bad. That's simple. Nice and simple. I'm gonna put Fangale back in front. Probably shouldn't have looked in there. Are you sick? I need to watch over the kid, but the motion of the ship is making me feel sick. Hey, kid. I wanted to go explore the ship, but my mummy is seasick. Okay, any items? Nope, no goodies in this room. Pointless. Nothing but trash. I see an item, though. Being against the young keeps me youthful. It's not a bad mindset. That's not a bad mindset at all. Ab Noir? Ooh. I like that. Honestly, first of all, Absol's face works really well with Dusknoir's one eye. The color scheme is really cool for Dusknoir being white, actually, because I still think white fits very well with ghosts. That is just a good design. That is a good pairing. That is a good design. All around applause. You are Ghost Dark, which means we have absolutely nothing super effective for you. That's not true. We have a Fairy type move on a different Pokemon, but we have nothing super effective on Fangale, so we're just gonna Spark. That's a tanky Pokemon right there. Don't you double team. Don't do this. You don't need to do this. Just get fully paralyzed or something. Okay, that's fine. That is Brave Bird range, which we land. Okay, good. Good. Nothing scary. No crazy, like, Absol, Super Luck, menacing crits or anything like that. No curse from Dusknoir to put us on a timer. Nothing weird like that. That's good. That's good. Cool Pokemon, though. Would you like to have a rematch? No, I want your Pokemon, though. And we find a Smooth Rock, which, again, isn't a super useful item. I'll be very happy when we find, like, a Choice Specs or something like that, but the chance of getting that is obviously very low. Nothing but trash. My Mighty Machoke is super strong. He loves to flex his muscles. Any goodies? There could be a chance that there's goodies, like, not on the drawer, the little cupboard, or the bin, but they're all I'm gonna really look at. Which do you like, a strong or a rare Pokemon? Neither. I want a pretty Pokemon with lots of sparkles, like the Lairon, okay? Like Skittles, not Umbro, okay? That's not it. That's not how you get on my team. It is a fighting type, which means I am gonna swap out. It is a fighting dark type, so I mean, we're just gonna go right on out into Sprinkles. Sprinkles? Skittles. I literally just said Skittles as well. And we are gonna go ahead and hit this thing with Draining Kiss and absolutely KO it in one hit. Nice and easy. Nice. Nice. Also, Abloom. Another Absol? With Gloom? Okay, the Absol Dusknoir made sense in my head. Absol Gloom? Seems stranger. It would be weak to Brave Bird. I'm more confident in the Gloom part than the Absol, because it could also be Abra. Okay, yep, that was correct. Still weak to Brave Bird, though, so goodbye, Abloom. Also, this is a Skip Bloom, not a Gloom, by the looks of it. I had no idea that berry did that. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone use that berry ever, but, a little bit scary for a moment there. I wasn't sure how much damage that was gonna do. If it was like in its out was a berry, I feel like that would be a more popular berry if that was the case, but I wasn't sure. TM80 Rock Throw. No, that's not better than Rock Tomb. I had to remind myself of what Rock type move we had. Rock Throw is a pretty garbage TM that no one can learn. I was thinking maybe if it was Technician boosted on Mibbles, that would at least be something, but that does not seem to be something that we can learn, which is unfortunate. Excuse me, I did not leave the room. Electric Gem, of course. Of course, where would we be without our horde of Electric Gems around every corner? I heard that there are Pokemon that can light up dark caves with Flash, yes. Alright, we are nearly done with this gauntlet of rooms. I forgot to bring my Growlithe's usual food on the ship. Thankfully, Growlithe doesn't mind seafood. Are you like just fishing up tentacles out of your window and just feeding them to your Growlithe? Because that's metal. You know, that's pretty messed up, but kind of cool. Sailor's pride is at stake. I am going to go ahead and interact with the crates in case they have hidden items on them. Gravenix. Graveler Onyx is just a fitting Pokemon pairing. We are fine here, actually. And we have Aura Sphere now, which is big damage. We're immune to ground, so we don't have to worry about that. And Aura Sphere just bonks that thing. Good coverage choice. I'm glad we went back and got that move, actually. That really does help. Because if we had a normal type move there and we had to use Metal Claw, it would still work, but it wouldn't be the best. Friend Ball. Another thing. I see a wait. There's actually a tentacle outside that dude's window. Where did it... What? Did you eat him? Did you eat that tentacle? Is that what just happened? There he is. I'm watching. What caused you to disappear? I want to see if there's like a little Growlithe sprite that comes over and munches him, or a fishing line that hooks him in. He just goes. Okay. Okay. He just said, nope, don't want to be here anymore. There was no fishing line or anything. I don't imagine that'd be coded in. That'd be a lot of effort for a very unnoticeable gag, but it would be cool at the same time. Ulu. I feel pretty confident that a Shockwave should just KO this. Which it does, which it does. Good, good, good. Also, King Saw. Which is King Le. Something in the Venusaur line. Which means I'm not 100% sure if this is Water Grass or Water Poison. Either way, we stay in. Doesn't seem to be a reason to. Again, like Eugene, I really like what they keep doing with Venusaur's Bulb. And turning it into random other objects. That's actually just really cool. Also, the vines being Kingless Claws is cool. That's a cool sprite. That's really cool. I'm going to go for a Shockwave. Which is neutral. So Venusaur always keeps its grass typing. This is what I was saying before, if anyone was doubting me, about some starters keeping their primary typing, even if they're the second half of the fusion. It's very rare, but some of them do it. I think we just stay in. Takedown's fine. Takedown's fine. We can live that A-okay. We wake up pretty early, and we get rid of it before anything weird like Crabhammer comes out and absolutely bonks us. Good. Cool sprite. Cool sprite. Again, it fits really well, and it's two Pokemon that I just wouldn't think to fuse, and they're the best ones. When you wouldn't think to fuse them yourself and they work, it just makes it so much better. Any of these crates have anything? Any goodies? Any goodies? Any goodies? Nope. We can go ahead and continue leading with Wizard. That's fine. Check out what I fished up. Is it a tentacle? I feel like normally it would probably be a tentacle, because I can see them all around. Blast, bro. That's cool. That's cool. Its head kind of looks more like a Lapras to me, if I'm being perfectly honest. But Blastoise, Slowbro. We should be fine to just go ahead and Shockwave. It is 7 levels down, and it should... Yep, it just gets bonked. Full sprite. I really also like the incorporation of the Slowbro tail, like, still munching on the shell. Do we want to learn Metal Sound? We do have 2 special moves. And Metal Claw. Also, Swords Dance is more fun. And eventually we're going to learn moves like Close Combat and stuff like that. Maybe we can get like Thunder Punch or something. Probably not, though. We'd have to find like a move 2 that specifically gave it. But I'm going to stick with Swords Dance for now. And E-Chop. EV. Not Electros. That would start with Eel. EV Machop. Okay, that's fine. That sounds like a Fairy type move. Should be nice and simple. And once we're done with this, I believe the only thing we will have left is to go to the Captain Room. That is a terrifying EV. That's horrifying. He's coming. He knows where you are. The only thing we should have left is the Captain's Room, which means our good old rival battle, which is always a little bit scary, but we can heal up before we go to it, and I imagine we'll be fine. Our Pokemon are actually more spread out in levels now. Everyone's like roughly the same level. So we should have plenty of ways to deal with everything. And Ivy Tlee. Ivysaur Ghastly? Ivysaur Ghastly is what I'm imagining. I'm just gonna go into Wizard, and we should be fine. I don't know why Wizard. I was just thinking like, hey, we're immune to like the double poison typing. I don't feel like poison moves are really what this thing is gonna hit me with, but we have Metal Claw. It works. You know, don't question it if it works at the end of the day. Expect to have a rematch? No. Is there no hidden items on crates? What is this? Captain's Key. Oh, right, we did need to come here. I would have came here anyway, just out of curiosity of, like, what I could grab. And a Rocket Ball, which is just a normal Pokeball. There's no hidden items on crates. For some reason, I thought there was. Also, this tentacle appearing and reappearing is really confusing me. Let's go ahead, get ourselves all healed up, and let's let the SS Anne depart. I can't even remember if it actually departs in Infinite Fusion. It'd be weird if it didn't. But we can heal up right here and go have ourselves the rival battle, shall we? And maybe if we also have enough time, we can poke our noses into the next gym. We should have time. We should have time to start the next gym. Let's lead with Mibbles, because I like leading with one of our Pokemon that has Fake Out. And let's go. This is a couple steps earlier than I was expecting. We nearly walked into it before I changed my Pokemon around. Were you really invited? So how's your Pokedex coming? I already caught 40 kinds, pal. I heard some people were saying that he's a fraud because he has 40 kinds of Pokemon at this point in the game when he wouldn't normally be able to. In Infinite Fusion, that's definitely not the case. He's definitely not a fraud. You can easily get 40 in Infinite Fusion in a randomizer. Different kinds are everywhere. All around in grassy areas. He's a fraud in other ways, though, like with his 10 gym badges that he has in the anime or whatever, in a region that only has 8, so, you know, him being a fraud isn't the most unheard of. Vapor Road. Well, fake out. For free. That does baby damage, because that's Vaporeon's defensive stats. Water Electric, we should be absolutely fine to just go into Eugene, though. And use another fake out, funnily enough. I do like the double Persian fake out. It is kind of funny. Once again, bonk, little clap, you know, bonk on the head, on the noggin. And then we Razor Leaf. Super Potion. That's fine with me. That's a Super Potion down, and this Razor Leaf should easily get him back to that range. Yep. Water Pulse, no confusion. I specifically said no confusion. Rude. That's rude. And the game knows it. The game knows it's being rude. But we have a ton of fresh waters. I will just heal. Don't Water Pulse? I'm sorry, please Water Pulse. I take it back. Oh, okay. Let's rethink things. Tortellini is weak to electric. Yeah, this isn't the best. Weak to ice, weak to ice, weak to ice, weak to water, weak to electric. Wizard. You have been chosen. You should be fine. Water Pulse would be annoying, because it's still neutral, but that's better than getting hit by a super effective Aurora Beam and possibly hitting myself in confusion, so... Aurora Beam is resisted, that is a-okay. We have ourselves... I guess Shockwave is stronger because we're an electric type. Double Shockwave. It should be enough to KO from that range. I don't like the fact that we're struggling with the very first Pokemon when he has more Pokemon behind it, but that's okay. That's okay. It was only because of bad luck. Quagfree. Woofree, no! Woofree! Woofree! Woofree was... water flying, because I messed it up so many times, I really had to, like, iron it into my skull for which way around it actually was. Meaning, Fangala should be able to deal with this just fine, because we've used Wizard a little bit, and I want to, like, swap between them. Also, we're just stronger. No, it doesn't have a custom sprite. No. See, this also brings up another point. Before, in a previous episode, one of these popped up, and I wasn't sure why, because we're doing custom sprites only, so it didn't make sense for one of the sprites to appear not to have a custom sprite. This one makes sense to me, though, because we gave him his starter, and his starter evolved, right? And he always holds his starter throughout the game. It sucks that it doesn't have a custom sprite, because it means that every time we fight the rival now, he's going to have the Void, essentially. I'm not sure why the other one didn't. I know that they can have their Pokemon evolve, so maybe it was just like a Caterpie he would normally have in the base game, but because we leveled up a little bit higher than normal, his Pokemon leveled up with it, and therefore it evolved. That's my only theory as to why the other one was that case, but either way, Quagfree, I'm sorry. At least, you know, it's not like the Quagsire Butterfree is really going to be the nemesis of this whole playthrough or anything, considering it's 4 times weak to electric, and I would say like half of the encounters that we've had have been half electric type, so probably not going to be the biggest issue. Houndoss. Houndour or Houndoom. Rampardos, Zapdos, Gyarados, it could be a lot of things. I'm going to assume Zapdos, because that's the scariest in my mind right now. In which case we would go into Skittles probably and Rock Tomb it, because... well, I think Houndour is primary dark, but that's also fine because we have fairy type moves. Houndour Gyarados. While scary, its moveset should be garbage? Gyarados does not have any good moves at level 20. It gets Thrash, right? And Houndour's moveset is pretty garbage because it has like Ember until like super late game and maybe Bite. I feel decently confident we just Draining Kiss. We outspeed as well. And do over half. We just have to live one attack or get Rod out. We do live the attack. Mibbles comes in. Mibbles can fake out. That's fine. Mibbles does the fake out. I think we just headbutt. We have a slim chance of outspeeding. We do outspeed. Okay. Nice. Nice. The roar did not work out for them. Also, super cool sprite that I was not paying attention to super greatly because I was actually slightly afraid. But cool sprite. And Goma. Why does that sound like a both of these nuts joke? Goma. What on earth is Goma? Yanma? Go. Go Yanma. Go-Go. Is Go-Go in Infinite Fusion? That would make it weak to Fangale. If it was Go-Go, that's the only thing that I can think of off the top of my head, at least. Go-Let. Okay, okay. That's fine. Maybe. That may be fine. Just gonna bite, because I don't want recoil. Heck. Okay, that's fine. We should be fine with that. I'm just gonna bite. Shadow Punch. 80 damage. We can bite again and finish it. Okay. I think that was ground flying, so I couldn't really hit it with Spark for stab, and I didn't want to Brave Bird, because I didn't want Brave Bird not KO it and then get hit by, like, a rock-type move or something. So, just in case Gola had one. So I played it a little bit safe. There's a Cut Master on board. He's a seasick old man, but Cut is useful. I'm going to go now. I will be grabbing Cut, that's for sure. We have the key. Now let's go ahead and give this man a back rub, shall we? He deserves it. Ugh, I feel hideous. Rub, 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 rub. There was no, like, little jingle sound. In fact, there's no music here at all, which is weird. You want to see my cut technique? I could show you if I wasn't ill. I know, you can have this. Nice. Normally there's that little, like, rub sound when you, like, make them feel better. I don't know why I always look in there. I don't think there's been a single playthrough I've done where I haven't clicked on the bin full of puke. It's in my muscle memory at this point. I actually can't help it. I have to. I have to see, just in case there's the most hideous item of all time in there that I need to fish out with my hands, you know? Just gotta do it. But that does mean we are done with the SSN. And with that, it means that we can go ahead, teach something Cut, and we can see what type of gym we're dealing with next, shall we? Who wants to learn Cut? It would be Stab and Technician boosted on Mibbles and Eugene. Eugene has Swift, which I actually really like. Mibbles, I think you might be getting Cut instead of Headbutt. Headbutt is not Technician boosted, meaning Cut is actually 75 base power, making it actually stronger than Headbutt. So, yeah. Yeah. I do believe that that is the best course of action. Technician, Intimidate, Levitate, Q-Charm, Volt Absorb. Yeah, Q-Charm's the only thing that I really need to get rid of. I also keep forgetting we have Volt Absorb on this. Tortellini would have been completely fine against that Vaporeon Electrode. We have Volt Absorb. I did forget. I won't lie. I did completely forget about that ability. Let's see what the next gym is going to be, shall we? What type will we be dealing with next time? Oh. Go, champ in the making. Lieutenant Surge has a nickname. People refer to him as the Lightning American. But why? He's an expert on normal Pokemon. Okay. That's very versatile, because they can be paired with any other type. I mean, any of the types can, but normal doesn't add a whole lot of, like, weaknesses for us to take advantage of. It only adds a fighting type weakness. We have Wizard, and we have skills to resist normal type moves. We have Wizard to resist normal type moves. But it's not the easiest to deal with. But between... I feel like Wizard should be a pretty good Pokemon for dealing with everything. I do feel like we should be okay. Shall we end off this episode with an encounter? We start off with encounters all the time. Let's end off with an encounter, shall we? Let's go ahead and get Fluffsy out. As is tradition for our catching of Pokemon. We'll put Mibbles away very temporarily. I might have been lazy and not changed the team while I do this, because it's not actually going to be staying on the team any longer than this encounter. But we'll see. Let's go into Diglett Cave. You know, it's always going to be a Diglett. There's nothing really too special about it. It's just, what did Diglett get changed to? Shall we see if Diglett has become a god? think we should see if Diglett has become a god. Our Diglett encounter. I guess it could also be Dugtrio. Diglett encounter. Well, this is underwhelming. This is, in fact, a little bit underwhelming. Snubbull Rattata. Maybe we'll do both encounters. Maybe we'll try and end things off a little bit more positively, and we'll do both encounters. I will just Thunder Shock to weaken it a little bit. That did no damage. It's a Snubbull Rattata. Do I need to weaken this? Can I just throw a Pokeball? I can't imagine this being a particularly difficult capture. You're asleep. You're slightly lower on health. Yeah, okay. That was nice and simple. We'll go to Route 11 as well. We'll get both the encounters out of the way. Good old Diglett Cave. The Mouse Fairy Pokemon. It's being called Rat. It's not getting a special name. It's not, because we're never using it. I'm sorry. If there's a time when we have to use Snubbull Rattata, we've already lost the Nuzlocke. You know, it's already over at that point. Let's see what else we can get, though, shall we? Route 11, our encounter is going to be... Ooh! Marowak Trapinch. Which we have a Marowak and a Trapinch fusion already, which is kind of crazy, actually, because it means that these are both Pokemon that we already technically have, but it's cool. It is cool. We are really weak to ground, and you could have Arena Trap. Please don't. Okay, good. Good. Okay, as long as we can swap out, then I feel way less worried. Catching it is second to not losing Pokemon, because that Bulldoze would have hurt from a Marowak Trapinch. Because Trapinch's attack stat, for anyone that may not remember, is 100. It is the same as Flygon's. It is actually a very, very strong Pokemon. Its other stats are bad. So between Marowak and Trapinch, that thing's physical attack is actually going to be crazy good. You do get leered, but I feel like that's fine. I'm just going to keep throwing Pokeballs for now. We don't really have too much to weaken him. Maybe I could have gone for a Fake Out, but it is still part Trapinch at the end of the day, and I didn't really want to. Like, Fake Out would definitely be our weakest move. But it's still Technician boosted and all that. We might have some way of weakening it. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be too hard to catch in general. How would we go about weakening you? We can't go into you. We could maybe go into Fangale. We would also Intimidate it, which would be nice. And we do have Quick Attack. Your attack stat, 59. That's a pretty high attack stat, though. Maybe Fire Pledge. In all honesty, Fire Pledge might be our weakest move. It's Quick Attack or Fire Pledge. And to be honest, considering Fire Pledge is coming from a 40 stat rather than a 59 stat, I imagine Fire Pledge is a tiny bit weaker, despite it being 10 base power higher in terms of the actual move. So we'll go ahead. We will Fire Pledge you once. Please don't die to this. That's both good and bad, because it's like crit range if we go for it again, which isn't ideal. So I don't really want to attack it again, whereas if it had done a little bit less, I could have gone for another one pretty safely. Bulldoze. That's fine. That's a fine damage range. We can just continue to throw Pokeballs. I'm gonna speed up once. Just to get this going a little bit quicker. That's still fine. Nice easy capture. Bulldoze again. Okay, we're just gonna swap into Wizard while we're just taking hits, because that way we're immune to Bulldoze. Yep, nice and Levitate. I thought I was clicked on Fight. Well. That's a little embarrassing. I haven't done that in a while. Well, the encounters went badly. The encounters went very, very badly. We walk away with a Snub Tata, a mild Snub Tata. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. It's my fault entirely. You know, I was one to put the speed up on. I don't think the speed up had anything to do with that, though. I think I would have done that. Whether the speed up was on or not, I think that was just me getting hasty because it wasn't getting caught easily. And that's how it goes sometimes. But the bottom line is we do already have Mibbles as a Marowak fusion, and we have a different Trapinch fusion. So while it would have been cool to have the unique new sprite, it's not like we don't have the Pokemon themselves. So I'm not heartbroken. Okay, if we'd encountered like the Absol Dusknoir as an encounter and I'd messed up, I would be visibly angry. I'm not visibly angry. I just feel like a dummy-dumb. But that is where we are going to be wrapping things up for this episode. So if you guys have enjoyed, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, bye.